AFL Saturday, the late slate. I want you to tell me, am I completely wrong with these three AFL tips in the last three games of the day? Hawthorn could be a draw, but I'm going to take them with a win. Geelong 1-39, and then the game total over 167.5 for Port Adelaide and Richmond. Now, stick around. I'm going to dive into these three games a little bit, and you can follow me and think about or see how my brain was working in analysing these three games. But let me know if you have another angle on this and you think I'm maybe a little bit out or completely out of line. So in the first game, the Hawks up against the Pies. Collingwood had a massive run of momentum through the middle portion of the season, and they've just come crashing back down to earth. Hawthorn have the fourth best disposal efficiency in the AFL at 74.2%, whilst the Pies are second last at 70%. A lot of ball going to ground, missing targets, and it's going to be important against a team who uses the ball well. You're not going to get the same amount of opportunities. The Pies also allow the second most uncontested possessions to their opponent in the AFL. And they have some defensive issues which I don't think they can fix overnight. We saw last week against Geelong, they got caught out a number of times with the ball going over the back and the Cats running on, the forwards running on and scoring goals. So taking Hawthorn to win, but sprinkling a little bit of fairy dust on the draw. In the second game that I'm covering, Geelong 1-39 victors against the Western Bulldogs. Now, they met in Gather Round earlier this year. It was a 95-91 win for Geelong. In 8 of the last 9 games between these two clubs, it has finished with a very small margin. So that's a trend we're following on this one. And also for Geelong, their accuracy is really good. They're 5th in the league with their accuracy at 52.3%. And they're also taking the second most interceptions of any team in the AFL. So a strong back line, they're reading the play, and they're engaging with the ball. The Bulldogs, on the other hand, they're allowing 55 inside 50, or they allowed 55 inside 50s to Geelong in their game earlier this season, which is 7 more than the season average. So Geelong found a way to get forward against the Doggies earlier this year. And they have their opposition rebound 50 rate for the Western Bulldogs is the 4th highest in the league. So they're allowing teams to get out of trouble, get the ball forward and make forward entries. Geelong 1-39 in this one. In the final game of the day, or they're playing at the same time, but my final game is the Port Adelaide Power against the Richmond Tigers. Now, the Tigers just having a shocking season, we know that, but they are in patches looking very, very good. And I suspect that the coaching staff have these small goals set out for the team throughout the game just to hit that, keep them motivated, and they're pushing teams in quite a lot of the game. And the last few weeks, the opposition have been running away late in the game, but Richmond are there. They're the Port Adelaide team, they're the league worst in accuracy, so 42.8% in front of goal. It's atrocious, but they're still averaging 167.5 points per game across the AFL season, which is right where this total is set. I believe Richmond will do enough to contribute to this number. They've been scoring 70 plus in 3 of their last 5 games, whilst Port Adelaide are allowing their opponents an average of 90 points across their last 6 games. So there's a lot pointing towards it. There's going to be a lot of points in this one, and the total of 167.5 is not extremely high. So they're the 3 tips, my best tips for Saturday AFL late slate. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, follow, enjoy your weekend, and gamble responsibly.